Yo, what's up guys, I'm back, going to Fifa. This time we are on my second account. I've got Baby Suker and Baby Crest reviews. They're coming out back to back, I'm pretty sure. But first for me is the Baby Suker one. So on stat sensor, he's 6 foot tall, got the high-low work rate. He's left-footed with the 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot. In the 11 match I played with him, I got 19 goals and 4 assists. Now I'm pretty sure this was mostly in champs, not even div rivals. On positions this year, so he can play striker and centre forward, so no wide or anything like that, or anything like cam or anything, just mainly the striker and centre forward, which is a little bit unfortunate, but overall not too bad. So on stat sensor, he's got 86 pace, 88 shooting, 78 passing, 87 dribbling, and 73 physical, so on paper looks like quite a nice striker. As that's good, the Hunt's chemistry just to boost that pace and shoot a little bit more. He obviously was playing alongside Crespo in the 4-4-2. On traits, he's only got the outside the full-star trait, but that's kind of one of the most desirable ones this year, so that's not too bad. If you do enjoy the clips or want to see more, please do subscribe. It genuinely does help the channel out a lot. But I've got nothing more to say. See you after, and peace.
From beneath the sand, the instant take me goes seems so far away. Across the universe, she lives another day. I know the reason she's hate. I know the reason she's so far away. I know the reason she's hate. I know the reason she's so far away. How could we run from everything we have done? It only takes us one more step to fall. How could we run from everything we have done? It only takes us one more step. How the reason she's hate. How the reason she's so
So on to my overall thoughts about the card then. Now the 4-star skills, 4-star weak foot is what I'm going to start with. Now the 4-star skills aren't too bad to be fair on this card. Obviously he's 6 foot tall, so he's not going to be the most agile of turning cards with the skills. So you need to be careful of that a little bit, doing McGeedy's and like Lacquer and all that kind of things. But with that being said, the 4-star skills is a minimum necessity and it's actually quite nice on the card. Now the 4-star weak foot didn't have any issues with that at all. He's not really a 5-star weak foot, he would miss a few chances, maybe because of the composure and stuff like that. But overall, the 4-star weak foot was a dependable thing, so you can rely on that. Now the pace to me didn't feel electric, don't get me wrong. He would outpace some centre backs, obviously he's a little bit faster than them, and especially with the Hunter Kemp style, will be able to burst away, but just be careful of the fullbacks because they will definitely be able to pace this card. Now shooting for me, one of his better attributes. I really did enjoy the shooting. These outside the fortune traits were very, very exceptional, especially with that 90 finishing plus the 8, obviously with the finisher. Very, very good attribute, especially on that weak foot as well. Really, really nice, and you can depend on the shooting very, very nicely. Now the rest of the attributes of the shooting, the long shots I didn't really try out too much. I think he had one Trivela shot, but obviously the Trivelas are broken this year, so you can't really like say, oh, it's amazing because of that, because it's not really going to matter on this actual stat. It's just going to be really good. But the tap shooting and the shot power also both very good. The rest of the attributes I didn't really try out, like the volleys and the penalties too much, so I can't really comment on them. Now, the passing for me is a little bit inconsistent, don't get me wrong. The only ones that are actually really quite nice on this is the curve, but unfortunately doesn't have the finesse shot trait, so that is a little bit of a hit and miss stat. So sometimes the finesse will be good, sometimes some finesse will be bad, but overall the passing is a little bit inconsistent at times. Now the dribbling for me, because he's 6 foot tall, he's not going to be the most agile of cards, so he will get stuck in the mud a few times, but overall the dribbling didn't feel too bad. As long as they're not really aggressive and press heavy cards, you can definitely get away with this. But if they are, you need to do some 1-2 passing, so the passing is a little bit of an issue, as I just talked about. So like, if they pressure, you're going to have to get the ball across quickly, so you do the 1-2s with him instead of doing the turning, because he's not going to be your man for turning. But with that being said, the agility and the balance, not too bad, not amazing. Same with the reactions. It's all very average on the dribbling. The composure, very, very hit and miss. Obviously, a lot of the chances will go in with his Trivela shots, but obviously a few of the chances might go wide because of that composure. Now, the physical attributes for me. Now, the stamina is the main one for me, especially as his work rates are quite good and with the right instructions. He's not going to run out for all game, which is a very, very nice thing for this card, especially as he's 200k, but the rest of the physical attributes are a little bit low. The jumping isn't too bad, because he's 6 foot tall, but the head and accuracy, is a little bit low. Now the strength, aggression are a little bit low as well, but the balance isn't like kind of counteracting, so he won't get pushed off too easily. Because he's 6 foot tall, he does need one of the attributes to be quite good, and he does have quite good balance. So overall, he's not getting pushed off too badly. He can get that shot off. Sorry. So on to my overall scores about the card then. Now first for me is the pace. Now overall with pace I'm giving it to 8 out of 10. With the Hunter Kemp style, it's not bad, don't get me wrong, but obviously as I said, the fullbacks might be able to catch him, so they are playing their fullback centre back or a very, very fast centre back. He might have a hard time, like Carlos Alberto, maybe like a Cordoba or something like that. He might have a little bit of a hard time overall, but overall the pace isn't too bad. Now the shooting for me, I'm giving it to 8.5 out of 10. Very, very good for this card. Maybe a few like aspects to improve on, maybe the weak foot, maybe the shot power a little bit, and maybe also his tap positioning, but overall the Trivelas are very, very good on this card. Now the passing for me, overall I'm giving it a 6 out of 10, maybe even a 5, yeah I'm going to change it to a 5 out of 10, honestly it's actually quite lackluster. The only one that's really not too bad is the curve and maybe the short pass, but overall you do need to be careful of that. Now the dribbling attributes for me, overall I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. They're not amazing, don't get me wrong, but what can you really expect for 200k card? You can't expect everything. So overall, because he's 6 foot tall, you need to be careful of that at times. He's not going to be the most agile, swift, and like nimble card, if that makes sense. But onto the physicals then. So overall for the jumping head, actually they're not bad, not amazing. The stamina is actually quite decent, especially with the work rates, but the strength and aggression are quite low. So overall for that, I'm going to give it a 7.5 out of 10. I don't think I'm any higher, purely because I do want like these strengths a little bit higher. Especially as he's 6 foot tall and not the most agile card, you do need a bit of brawn to you, but overall not too bad. So an overall score for then, I am giving it 8.2 out of 10 for the start of the game. I do generally think it's actually quite good, but obviously there's a lot of better cards out there. But if you do need an icon or want to try an icon out, he is quite good, but I would actually recommend Crespo over him, because I feel like they're quite similar cards, but Crespo is a lot cheaper than him. But on my overall score, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Don't get me wrong, he's not a bad card, but he's not an amazing card. He's got the 4-star skills, got the 4-star we've got very nice Trivelas on him, especially as he's 200k. 8 out of 10 I think is a fair score, considering there's going to be like better cards out there that are gold cards. But if you do want to use an icon, he's definitely a good icon for 200k, and I do actually recommend you pick him up if you want to get a cheap icon. But I feel like Crespo is a little bit better for value for coins, so if you debate between you, I go Crespo. But that's all for my view as always. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please do subscribe, it generally does mean a lot. But I've got nothing more, so see you in the next video, and peace out guys.